You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. It is 71 degrees, going up to a high of 76 with a slight chance of rain. But it could be raining on this side of Georgia and that side be totally dry. So you never know. It may not rain in Gwinnett County at all. It may rain in Atlanta. Who knows? But anyway, happy to be here with you this morning. I gotta tell y'all, I'm super duper excited because today is my first day streaming live on LinkedIn. Yes. I am streaming live on LinkedIn, Facebook. So right now I'm streaming live right now in 5 places. Oh, YouTube too. So I'm streaming live right now, y'all. I'm streaming live on Facebook on 2 pages, the Noise Media Network page, the Good Morning Gwinnett page. I'm streaming live on LinkedIn right now. I'm streaming live on YouTube right now, and I'm streaming live on Roku. Listen, your girl is leveling up. You hear what I'm saying? Listen, I love podcasting, and this gives me an opportunity to reach a lot of people with the message. I'm excited about that, and I'm excited about the podcast that I'm about to launch. I'm launching 2 podcasts. I know. I'm the one woman podcast network. I know. But that's because I love this medium. So I'm launching Popcorn and Politics, which launches on October the 2nd. I'm launching Built Together, which is Blacks United in Leading Technology. I'm going to be launching that one also in October. And I'm excited. I'm relaunching Talk Business with Audrey as well. Now, that's going to be pretty much me educating people about business. I won't be doing any interviews, be strictly education. Same thing with impact marketing, educating people about marketing. Because Talk Business with Audrey is really my mindset. Like, to do what we do, to be entrepreneurs, you got to have a positive mindset. You got to have a certain kind of mindset. And so I'm going to share the things that I've learned over the last 24 years on Talk Business with Audrey when I relaunched that. With impact marketing, I'm going to share all the things that I'm doing to grow my media company. So Noise Media Network is my media company. I'm a podcaster that's streaming on Roku and Amazon Fire TV, along with Apple TV and Android TV. So these are all really great platforms, and I'm excited to be on all of these platforms. So I'm building a podcast network now. I'm a one-woman podcast network right now. I know it sounds nuts. So I'm hosting Good Morning Gwinnett. I'm going to relaunch Talk Business with Audrey. I'm going to relaunch Impact Marketing. I am launching Built Together, and I am launching Podcasts and Politics. And it could be a 6th one. I know it's a lot, right? But listen, this is what I do every day, all day, pretty much. Like, it's not like I have a job that I spend 8 hours on at my job. I spend hours on my podcast. I spend hours just coming up with great content. And for Talk Business with Audrey, I've been through so much as an entrepreneur. So I'm excited to be able to share all of the things that I've been doing. Thank you, Ed. So Ed is over at he hosts the Patone Film Festival. He gave me a great opportunity to go to St. Lucia some years ago, and St. Lucia is beautiful. So if you guys have never gone to St. Lucia, you want to go to St. Lucia. The Patone Film Festival was beautiful. St. Lucia was beautiful. I'm never going to forget that. Ed, I don't know if you're still listening, but I talk about this story all the time. So Ed and it was Ed, myself, Dr. Kat, and LaTanya. We were in a meeting with the government over in St. Lucia. And we were sitting there, and I was looking out the window, and behind out the window, which the gentleman's desk was, his back was to the window, there was like this fruit on this tree, and it was purple. And I was like, so I'm sitting up there the whole time. I should have been paying attention to the meeting, but the fruit distracted me. And I'm like, well, what the heck is that? So when the meeting was over, I asked him, what kind of fruit is that? He said, oh, that's a mango. It was purple. And I said, a purple mango? Because I had never seen a purple mango before. I'm talking about purple. And he said, yes, we have 52 varieties of mangoes on this island. I was like, what? I thought that was so amazing. St. Lucia was a wonderful experience for me. I talk about it all the time because it was a great opportunity to meet some wonderful people. But I got to tell y'all a quick story. Y'all know I got a lot of stories. So when I was in St. Lucia, I got a couple of stories, but I'm just going to tell this one about the fruit. When I was in St. Lucia, the hotel we stayed in was, I think it was the Blue, I think it was. And so I'm staying at the Blue Hotel. Inside the hotel, when I walked up the stairs to my room, there was a banana tree in the middle of the hotel. I'm looking like those are real bananas. It was bananas growing on the tree in the middle of the walkway going up to my room. And the hotel was beautiful. It was right across the street from the beach. So we met this guy. He was a filmmaker, and I'm never going to forget this because it was so cool what he said. So he was a filmmaker. He was saying he traveled around the world. He said he was in New York one time. He said, I was in New York. He said, and I saw somebody eat out of the garbage can. And he said, I was shocked. And I said, so in my mind, I'm thinking, well, I'm from Jersey, so, I mean, that's like something we see all the time. He said, we don't see that here. We don't have to eat out of the garbage can in St. Lucia because we can go straight to the ocean and get fresh fish. He said, we can go straight to the trees and pull fruit right off the tree. He said, we don't have, and I thought about that for a second. And I was like, and I looked around at my surroundings and I was like, he's absolutely right. Like everything was right there. And so that was eye-opening for me because there is no ocean in Manhattan. Well, I mean, you can go to the Hudson River, but I don't know if you want to eat anything out of there. But there is no ocean. There's no fruit growing right on trees outside of windows, inside of hotels where you can just reach up and pull it off. I saw so many bananas until I actually asked my van driver, I forgot his name. He was really nice too. He took me around a lot of places. I said, why do you guys have so many bananas? And he said, because Chiquita made them lose their contract with the United States. So now they didn't have a way to export all the bananas out because of Chiquita. I was like, big. So that's big. That's big. Those big corporate companies. Like they wanted that contract and they knocked the small country out the box. And that sucked. But let me say this. They said they had cocoa just growing on trees. I'm like, man, like that's money right there. You know how many people love chocolate? And so St. Lucia, it was the Blue St. Lucia Hotel. It was beautiful. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? It was beautiful. The people were amazing. Everything was just wonderful. And they have a cricket over there that sounds like a car alarm. I'm just going to tell y'all that. I thought it was a car alarm. Look, I'm from Jersey. So you hear a car alarm, you get up, you go to the window, and you look and see if your car is going off. So I'm in my hotel room. I hear this car alarm going off. I call down to the front desk and say, hey, it's a car alarm going off. And they said, okay, we'll check it, right? And then they never said anything. So the car alarm went on like forever. So the next day I go downstairs, and there was another guy who was there with us. And he was like, man, did you hear that car alarm? Because he was from New York. I was like, yeah, I heard the car alarm. I said, it was like ringing all night. So it was some other people there who knew it was not a car alarm. It was some kind of cricket. And I was like, a cricket? We both were like, you got to be kidding me. So there's a cricket in St. Lucia that sounds so loud, it sounds like a car alarm. So if you go to St. Lucia, and the guy just fell out on the floor laughing at us because we were like, that's a cricket? Because it sounds exactly like a car alarm. So if you go to St. Lucia, listen, Ed, whatever you tell me to do, Ed, I will take that show to St. Lucia. I will take I got a bunch of shows. Which one you want? Which one you want, my man? Because I got a bunch of them. I got 6. I got 6 rolling right now. I just told you I'm wanting a tech show and a political show. Which one you want? The business show? Whatever you say. Ed and Kat are the most amazing and friendliest people I've ever met. And they just, listen, I can't, when I meet nice people, I love nice people. And he and Dr. Kat, Dr. Coffee, that's what she said her students call her. Because her name is Dr. Kathleen, they call her Dr. Coffee. But anyway, let me get on the show. Ed, listen, all you got to do is tell me what I need to do. And any of these shows will be in St. Lucia in a New York minute. All you got to do is tell me. That's all you got to do. So Ed is talking to me in the chat, y'all. Now, this is a good thing I like about StreamYard. StreamYard lets me chat with people. Like, I see the chat in real time. So right now I'm on LinkedIn. So today is my first day on LinkedIn. Yay, LinkedIn. Thank you for letting me in. It took me a minute. Okay, Ed, we're going to talk. I got 6 of them. Which show I want to bring? Listen, I'll bring all of them. You want me to. But we'll talk. Let's chat. Let's schedule some time to chat. That's what I like about live. Everybody don't like live. I like live. It's my thing. All right, let's get on with the show, y'all, because I know y'all got to go. I ain't going to keep it. I've already talked 9 minutes, and I haven't given you the horoscope. I haven't given you the national holiday. I haven't given you anything, just talk. But I was so excited to be on LinkedIn this morning. So today is National Chai Day, if you like chai. It's also National Pecan Cookie Day. It's also National New York Day. How about that? Shout out to all the IT professionals out there. It's National IT Professionals Day. World Alzheimer's Day. Oh my God, this is a good one. World Gratitude Day. International Peace Day. Oh my God, there's some beautiful holidays today. Just beautiful. So happy Gratitude Day. Let's show some gratitude. I'm showing gratitude to LinkedIn right now for giving me permission to stream live. So I got a lot of gratitude for you. Got a lot of gratitude for my friend Ed here who's chatting with me live on LinkedIn. and asking me to take one of these shows to St. Lucia. He know I will. I'm glad. I have gratitude. I'm grateful to be up today. I'm grateful to be able to get up this morning and chat with you guys. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. It's supposed to rain just a little bit, and I'm okay with that. But I'm grateful for my family, my friends. I'm just grateful. So today is World Gratitude Day. Write down something that you're grateful for. Got a journal? Write it down. If you don't have a journal, write it on a piece of paper, put it in your wallet, and walk around with that gratefulness in your wallet. Because here's the thing: in order to get anything we want, we got to first be grateful for the things that we have. Oh, I should have closed the show out with that one, but I won't. I'll think of something else. All right, let's get on with our horoscopes, brought to you by Noted Astrologer Michael Thyssen for today. Today is September the 21st. Yes, it is the 21st of September, and we're almost out of this month. Yes, really. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. And don't forget, today is Talk Business Tuesday. So after all of this chatter, we're going to be talking business on the second segment of the show. Aries, your partner may be erratic today if you haven't paid enough attention to him or her. Things may not be as they sound. If they want help, that's great. But if they try to take credit for your work, you will have to set them straight. Yeah, don't let nobody take credit for your work, Aries. Set them straight. Don't be afraid. Let the people know who did the work. Set them straight. Taurus, get back to basics and reevaluate what is important in life. So true. You need to get out, and if you want to meet potential partners, don't be critical or overly opinionated with dislikes. It could cause disapproval and unwanted opposition. Listen, I know you're opinionated, Taurus. I know you want to get your point across, but it's not a good day to do that today. Don't do that, because it could cause unwanted disapproval. All right? So tone it down. You're going to get your chance to speak. You're going to get your point across. Not today, though. Today is not the day. Gemini, changes in your domestic situation will prove to be favorable in the long run. Confusion is apparent, and you will need some sound advice if you want to do things right. Sit back, reevaluate, and get some sound advice if you want to do things the right way, okay? Yeah, you want to do that. Don't just jump out there. Sit back for a second, relax, calm down, be still and know, and get the right information. Cancer. Communication will be your strong point, and you should be able to persuade others to see things your way. You can make new friends and experience new things if you do a bit of traveling. You can make or break your personal relationship today. Ooh, listen here. Don't listen. If the relationship is not working, Cancer, okay, you may want to kick it to the curb. But if it can work, if it can work, take some time and put some time into it, because what you do today could make or break that relationship. So be careful. Be careful. Leo, plan your day thoughtfully, but try not to rely on others. You will have a blow up today if your partner does things that you feel are not above board. Enjoy the company of relatives today. Yeah, you're going to have a blow up today, which I'm going to tell you to try to calm it down a little bit. If your partner is not above board, don't let them get you out of character. I know it's hard. It's easier said than done a lot of times. I get it. But try your best. All right, Leo? Virgo. You may want to take a look at personal papers of elders in your family. Take care of matters involving institutions of government agencies. You must be extremely careful not to let relatives or friends interfere with your personal life. In other words, keep folks out your business today, Virgo. Keep them out your business. Don't tell them nothing. If you don't want them to know nothing, don't tell them nothing. Keep them out your business. Today is not the day to share your business, all right? I'm just trying to help you out. All right, I'm about to go to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Michael Thyssen, so stay tuned.
Why you show off your money? Why you think I can spit to you? Baby, this is your
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thas. And listen, don't forget, it's not just horoscopes. For all the people that's watching me on LinkedIn right now, it's not just horoscopes. Like, we do news too. But I like to kick the day off with something light and uplifting, because sometimes I have such harsh news and such critical news. So I was like, okay, let's kick the day off with your national holiday. Then I do the horoscopes. Then I do the news. And then on Tuesdays, I talk business. I either talk tech or I talk business. So today, Chris is not here today. He'll be here next month talking tech. And I'm here today. I'll be talking a little bit about business. So the business I'll be talking about after the news is podcasting, because this is what I love. All right, let's kick it off with Libra. Don't overspend on luxury items. Don't let relatives make demands on you. It may be disappointing, maybe a disappointing day. Yeah, don't overspend a day. If it's luxury, the horoscopes is telling you to start saying don't do it today. Maybe tomorrow. And today may be a little bit disappointing for you, so you just may want to go out and buy something because you're trying to like counteract the disappointment. Don't do that. That's called retail therapy. Don't do that. Go call, the hotline. Don't do the retail therapy, especially if it's luxury. You got to spend a lot of money. Scorpio, you want to take another look at investments you are about to make. Take time to listen to children and help them with projects that seem impossible to them. You could lose a good friend because of it. I don't know what it is, but listen, good friends are hard to come by, Scorpio. So whatever it is, try not to lose a good friend over it, because obviously it's not a good thing. And good friends are really hard to come by. Sagittarius, talking to those you trust and respect will help you sort out any problems. You need to spend some time pampering yourself. Be careful when dealing with investments. Okay, so listen, it's a lot about relationships, a lot about investments. If you got some investments going on, Sagittarius, I would suggest it would behoove you to talk to a professional. Be careful. If you don't understand what you're talking about, be careful. I told y'all every morning at 8 o'clock I'm on a mastermind group with about 500 people. And today we broke out into small groups and we were talking about investments. And a lot of people was interested in cryptocurrency. They were trying to figure out about the cryptocurrency. They wanted to know about options and stock trading. And there was some really knowledgeable people in our group. We had like 17 people in that breakout room. And there were some people there who really knew their stuff about index trading. And consult a professional is why I'm sharing this, because you don't want to jump out there and start this by yourself. I do a little bit of investing in crypto. I invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum and Dogecoin. I got a bunch of Dogecoins. I don't know what it's going to do. I stopped putting money over there because I don't know what it's going to do. I got a lot. So if it hits, I'm good. If it hits, I am great. But right now I'm focusing more on Ethereum. So I do a little bit in Bitcoin every 2 weeks, but most of it goes into Ethereum. But I'm not a stock advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I do, and I'm telling you to consult a professional. And there are a lot of great people out there that can give you the information that you need when it comes to investments. Capricorn, don't be too eager to start any debates. You have an interest in foreigners and their cultures. Concentrate on work. Concentrate on your work. Don't try to start any debate with anyone, especially at work, right? Just concentrate on your business. Do your thing. Aquarius, you may find that you are a little lucky today. Okay. I got to tell y'all, on the other side, when I do the news, there's a woman right now. She's up for $1 million here in Gwinnett County, and I'm rooting for her, like for real. Take special care in any home improvement project you work on today. You'll be glad you did. Your dedication and fortitude when dealing with humanitarian groups will enhance your reputation. Anytime you do anything good, whether it enhance your reputation or not, it makes you feel good. So if you are involved in anything that's humanitarian, it makes you feel good. It does. Deep down in your spirit, you feel amazing, Aquarius. So go out, do that good work. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, visit those less fortunate than yourself. Be sure to help them with their personal problems. People who try to persuade you to do things their way will annoy you. They always do. You may find that your generosity has been taken for granted. Listen, fish, some people, because we're generous people, right? Some people think we're mean, but for real, we're generous people. And sometimes people try to take advantage of you. That's why you need to put your BS meter up so you'll know. I be knowing. People think I don't be know. They be sleeping on me. They think I don't know. They think I'm so nice that I don't know. But I know. I know the fake folks. But I roll right with them. You fake, I'm be fake too. Hey. I'm just saying. All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thas. And now let's get on to some news. Man, this is some sad news right here. The comedian Anthony Johnson, everybody knows him from Friday. He was the one that was walking down the street. I think he had boo-boo on him or something. He had the boo-boo in by the man's house on Friday. He passed away. People are leaving this place. They are leaving. He was 55 years old, and they say he passed away. Yep, the comedy world has been truly shaken. They say, he was a talented person. He was funny, he was funny. But listen, we all have a day that we're gonna get up out of here. So my condolences goes out to Anthony AJ Johnson, his family, and his friends and his fans, and all the people that love him. I'm sure he's gonna be truly missed. Everybody loved him in Friday, and that's probably the role that most people remember him from. But he also appeared in House Party, Menace to Society, Lethal Weapon 3. I remember him in that. Players Club 2, Baps, Martin and Malcolm and Eddie. He played in all of those. Yeah, I remember him from Friday. Honestly, that's what I remember him from. But I wasn't, I'm not a big comedy fan. All right, so I know the other day I was talking about children being able to, from 5 years old to 11 years old, being able to get the vaccine. Now they want to know when is it going to be available for those kids. And still, there are a lot of families on the fence right now about getting their kids vaccinated. But Pfizer announced that it has a vaccine right now for the 5-year-old to 11-year-olds, and they want to know when can they get it? When is it going to be available? And they apparently got the dosage down. I can tell y'all this. I was getting ready to get the booster, and my uncle was supposed to take the booster yesterday, and he took Pfizer, but they canceled it because they said the booster wasn't approved yet. FDA has not approved the Pfizer booster, so I don't know. I don't know. Do you want your kid to get the vaccine? That's a question. A lot of people saying they don't want it. Then a lot of people saying, and it's like in the middle, right? The study does not show the vaccines prevent infectious or severe illness in younger children. The data is still being collected. However, based on what we've seen in older age groups, antibody response is a good correlate to immune protection. So I don't know. Yeah, I know how I feel about the vaccine. I lost the person I love, my mom, and she wanted to take the vaccine. I wasn't going to take it. If you had asked me if she had made it, I probably would still be on the fence like everybody else. But I know how devastating coronavirus can be to families because I've lived through that devastation. Thank God, every day gets better and better. I'll never forget, and I will always love and miss my mom. But it has been tough. It's been tough. And the virus doesn't discriminate against anybody. Not one single person. Not one. Anyway, Lyft is offering free rides to get the vaccine. So if you need to get the vaccine, Lyft is saying, hey, we're going to give you some free rides. They want you to get the vaccine. Because here's the thing. When you get inside a Lyft car, they want you to be protected so you can protect their drivers. And they want the drivers to get protected so they can protect the riders. So a lot of people are in this together to protect everybody. But Lyft is saying, you know what? We got a vaccine and we want to give you free rides. So check Lyft out, Lyft.com. If you need to get a ride to get your vaccine, check Lyft out because they may be willing to get you one. They may be willing to get you one. Woo, y'all know there's a lot going on with the Georgia's Gwinnett tax commissioner. She was sued by Gwinnett she was sued by Grayson because Grayson was like, you gonna collect our taxes, and she said no, I won't, because she wanted them to give her more money, to collect their taxes, and she was saying she's not going to do it if they don't pay. And then they were saying, well, you're going to do it. And it's a fight. So right now it's a fight. But anyway, the Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr and the Attorney General for Gwinnett County's tax commissioner are trading legal arguments in an ongoing lawsuit that could affect the pay of 2 tax commissioners. Oh, really? Really now? Okay. So Carr is asserting that a law intended to prevent tax commissioners of Fulton and Gwinnett counties from charging cities a personal fee to issue tax bills should be upheld, right? He's saying the law should be upheld, and the fight is that they have the legal right to impose this tax bill, not bill, but this tax what do you call it? What am I trying to say? This tax fee, and because they decided to enact their right to do that, it became an issue. So when it became an issue, Governor Kemp decided he was going to put a new law on the table saying they couldn't. Now here's the thing: it's been something that could be done the whole time, but since these 2 people say, you know what, we're going to take advantage of this, it became an issue. So Lawson, Lawson. A lawsuit was filed by Grayson against Tiffany Porter, who's our Gwinnett County's tax commissioner, because they want her to collect their taxes, and she said she will if they pay the $2 per parcel. and they're saying they're not going to pay. The CULA agreed to pay the $2. I think they paid like $1.80 or something. But they said next year they're going to collect their own taxes. Because here's the thing, you can collect your own. You don't have to. She doesn't have to collect them for you, but they want her to do extra work, and she's saying, I'm not, if you're not going to pay the $2 per parcel. So now they're fighting it out. It's going to be interesting to see how this all rolls out in the long run. So there was a young lady who was running for the mayor in Sugar Hill, and now she has been disqualified. Yep, disqualified. She's been disqualified. And the reason she's been disqualified is because where she was registered to vote and where she actually lived, two different places. So she was supposed to be running for Sugar Hill, but her registration to vote was somewhere else. And she listed her business as her Sugar Hill address. You can't do that. So now she's disqualified. She can't run. So the city disqualified Nancy Wren on September 13th due to her voter registration and residency status, said Jane Whittington, the city clerk and election superintendent. Wren was registered to vote in Hall County and not Gwinnett County at the time of qualifying on August the 18th, Whittington said. Wren then used the address of her business in Sugar Hill, the Sugar Hill Bakery, to register on September the 1st, Whittington said. You can't do that. Sorry, Sugar. You can't. Sorry, Sugar from Sugar Hill. You can't do that. Anyone running for a local office must reside in Sugar Hill for at least 1 year prior to qualifying. So she did not. So now she won't be able to run for the mayoral seat. The mayor is saying he's not seeking re-election. So the person that she was running against is now running unopposed. So he's going to just move. His name is Brandon Hembury. He's going to move right into that spot when Steve Edwards lead. And Wren can't run. All right. So, yeah. I'm excited for this person right here. She is a man. She's up for something big. This is big. So Gwinnett School Librarian is a finalist for a $1 million prize. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. So Cicely Lewis, the media specialist at Meadow Creek High School, is a finalist for $1 million Global Teacher Prize from Barkey Foundation. Yes, this award is presented annually to an educator who has made an outstanding contribution to their profession. It is open to every country in the world, subject to state laws. Lewis is one of 50 finalists. So, Cicely, girl, we root for you to get that $1 million. I am rooting for you. But here's the thing. She has been nominated because she does well with our students. She does well with the kids in that school. More than 8,000 people were nominated from 121 countries, and she's in the final 50. We are rooting for you, Cicely. You are in the news this morning. You are in the news. We're rooting for you. I hope you win. I know everybody's rooting for their people, but I hope she wins. I really, really do, because that's going to be life-changing. I know this for her. $1 million is going to be life-changing for her. I don't know her personally, but I'm rooting for her, and I'm sure she could use $1 million. I'm sure. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you Talk Business Tuesdays that time, so stay tuned. I'll be right back.
I ran away from heartbreak. Got nothing in return from my pain. I never thought I'd be so empty, so alone and afraid. Wasn't looking for a lover.
favorite songs. One of the things I love about doing this show is being able to play music. So y'all know I love playing music. So for those of you who are joining in for the first time on LinkedIn, because this is my first day being on LinkedIn, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Audrey Bell Kearney. If you haven't figured it out yet, it's like on a little banner right there. But I go live 4 days a week doing the Good Morning Gwinnett show. And I'm happy to be going live today on LinkedIn and YouTube at the same time. Good Morning Gwinnett is a show based around Gwinnett County, what goes on in and around Gwinnett County. But I also talk about news outside of the county as well. And I also interview great people from around the county and around the world to introduce them to Gwinnett County and introduce Gwinnett County to them. So if you're joining me for the first time on YouTube and LinkedIn, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe to the show, like the show, share the show with your friends. On the first part of the show, Monday through Wednesday, I do the horoscopes. Monday through Thursday, I do the horoscopes, and I talk about your national holiday, and I talk about the news on Tuesdays. On the second part of the show, I talk about business and technology. On Thursday, I interview amazing people. And so today, I'm going to be talking about podcasting. And the reason I'm talking about podcasting is because I've been talking about it all week. As a matter of fact, I'm talking about it tomorrow. So if you are in the Gwinnett County area, please join me in the Gwinnett Greater East Side Chamber of Commerce tomorrow at the Hampton Inn in Snellville. I'll be giving a presentation on podcasting there, but I want to talk a little bit about it today. If you're in Cobb County, I'll be speaking next Wednesday on a virtual conference for the EDGE, a virtual presentation for the EDGE Women Business Center in Cobb County, talking about podcasting. And the reason I'm talking about podcasting so much is because podcasting is a great platform. So if you talk a lot, like I talk a lot, my daughter tells me, oh my God, you talk a lot. And I really didn't think I talked a lot. Now here's the thing, she talks a lot too. So for me, podcasting is a perfect platform to share my message and my mission with everyone out in the world. So even though I talk about Gwinnett County, as I said earlier, I am relaunching my Talk Business with Audrey podcast, which is just going to be an educational podcast helping those who are starting to think about starting a business, start a business. For those of you who don't know me, I've been an entrepreneur for 24 years. Yes, 24 years. I've been working for myself from home for 22 of those 24 years, full time. And I'm an inventor. Georgette and I, we invented the first plus size fashion doll. Had no idea what we were doing. Just had an idea for a doll. I'm also the author of about 7 books, probably more. I've lost count over the years. So I've been in this space a very long time. And so Talk Business with Audrey is a podcast where I'll be talking more about mindset and the things you need to move your business forward. So that'll be a once a week show. That'll be streamed live on all of my platforms. And then I'm also relaunching Impact Marketing, and that show is going to be me sharing with you all the things that I'm doing to grow my one woman network. Yeah, my one woman podcast network. So I'm going to have 6 podcasts. So I'm literally going to be a one woman podcast network. It's crazy. I think about that and I laugh, but it is. And that's also going to be a once a week live show. I'm going to be launching Popcorn and Politics, which is all about politics, where I interview political candidates and political leaders from around the world, not just here in Gwinnett County, but from around the world, because the government around the world, we're all connected. Let me just say that. Even though you think that somebody on the other side of the world is not connected to you, we're all connected. Just look at how the pandemic has made us see that we're all connected. When one thing shuts down in Spain, if nobody can fly to Spain from the United States, that affects Spain, right? So we're all connected. So Popcorn and Politics will talk to political leaders. I'll be talking to political leaders and political candidates from around the world, so that's exciting. My first episode of that will drop on October the 2nd. That's a Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Haven't set the time for that one just yet, because I do want to take some time off to enjoy my family and my friends. My other podcast is called Built Together. Built Together, I am the chapter president here in Gwinnett, in the metro Atlanta area, for Built International, which stands for Blacks United in Leading Technology. They're based in Dallas, and I'm here in the metro Atlanta area. I'm the chapter president. I cover Gwinnett County, Cobb County, Fulton County, Rockdale County, DeKalb County. I think maybe Forsyth, I'm not sure. But I cover those counties when it comes to black and technology. So I will be interviewing African Americans who are doing some amazing thing in the tech space, innovation. All of these are podcasts, guys. And why am I sharing all this with you? Because podcast is a powerful platform. I can't say it enough. And now that I have added video to my podcast, it is even more powerful. I use Spreaker, I use StreamYard, and I'm coming live on all of these different platforms to share my message and my mission. And this is why, if you talk a lot, you may want to think about starting a podcast. Now, what I will say is, if you're thinking about starting a podcast for business, yes, this is a great platform. And people ask me all the time, I don't know what I'm going to podcast about. Well, you podcast about the things that you're passionate about. If you're a business owner, you podcast about your business. My county is important to me, so I want to be a voice in my community. I thought about going into politics myself, and I still haven't taken it off the table just yet. But in the meantime, I was like, I'm not ready yet, so let me find something else. I became a voice in my community with Good Morning Gwinnett. Good Morning Gwinnett is a hyper-local podcast. It's a hyper-local hybrid podcast. And the reason I call it that is because I play music. Like most podcasters do not play music in this segment. They do not really go live. I go live and I play music. So it's kind of like not radio, but sort of like radio a little bit because I play music and I go live. Well, you can set the podcast up to be whatever you want it to be. That podcast, y'all heard me play the music. I love the music. I play it throughout the segments of the show, except for on Thursday. I only play music at the beginning of the show and at the very end when I do my closing, because I want to make sure that my guests get an opportunity to share all of the great wisdom that they're going to be talking to me about. So I don't play a lot of music in the Thursday episodes unless I don't have a guest. And yes, sometimes guests don't show up at the very last minute. And when that happens, I'm always prepared because I always got something to talk about. Because remember, girl, I like to talk. So, if you like to talk, this may be a perfect platform for you. Now, how often should you podcast? Well, that's up to you. What are you doing it for? Are you doing it because it's a hobby? Then you may want to do it once a month. Me personally, I'm a one-woman network in the making. So I go live 4 days a week with Good Morning Gwinnett, and then I'm going to add the rest of my podcast in where I'll probably be going live as well. So it really is up to you and what your goals are. My goal is to build a network, a podcast network. That's my goal. Now, could I bring on other people to help me do that? I absolutely could. But right now, I'm just enjoying this. So right now, I'm talking. I like to talk. I like to share information. I like to be an inspiration, and I like to empower people. I like to share what I've learned and what I continue to learn. So it works for me. So you got to ask yourself, why are you doing it? Because if you're doing it to support your business, it's going to take commitment. And you have to think of this like you think of Instagram marketing and Facebook marketing. You have to think of it that way, but you also have to think about it as you becoming a media outlet, because that's really what happens. Like right now, I'm streaming live right this minute on Facebook, 2 pages on Facebook. I'm here with you on LinkedIn. I'm streaming live on YouTube, and I'm streaming live on Roku right now. So you become your own media outlet when you do these things. And so if you're trying to promote your business, this is a great opportunity for you to do that. So you just got to think about why you want to do it. I will tell you that this industry is growing quickly, and you really don't want to get left behind. I'm just going to say that, because a lot of times we get left behind because we're slow rolling and the industry has came and gone, and he's like, oh my God, where do I fit in? Well, you fit in right now if you get in. But if you don't get in right now, you're going to get left behind. Right now, we have a little bit over 2 million podcasters out there, and probably 3/4 of those may be active, which means they're doing at least 1 episode a week. They may not, right? But you still have space, because when you put that in context with what YouTube is doing, YouTube probably have 2 billion channels right now. That's right, and Facebook is probably around the same. So it's very noisy in those spaces, and you can be seen, but you got to put out great content. You got to be consistent. You got to promote it, and so all of these things matter. So I would just say to you, if you're thinking about getting your message out there on a bigger platform, consider podcasting. It is one of the greatest ways to do that. It's cost effective to get started. It really is. And you can have a reach around the world. Think about this. All the places that people can watch this podcast right now. Roku is in 120 countries by itself, and I think it just opened up Germany. Like, for real. And so, you have an opportunity to be in all these places. And for Good Morning Gwinnett and all the podcasts that I'm launching, because I own the Noise Media Network, my content will be aired on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and also Android TV, as well as the mobile apps that are created. So I have a Noise Media mobile app for Android and iOS phones. I have a Good Morning Gwinnett mobile app for Android and iOS phones. So if you are thinking about this medium, try to be everywhere. You know, and the way to do that is to leverage all these amazing platforms that are out there. But first, in order to do that, you have to produce a podcast. You have to get started. And there's a lot of information out there on the website about getting started. A lot. You can just go to any podcast streaming platform and they will tell you how to get started. And it's normally like 7 steps. What you won't find is somebody to talk to. You know, you can ask questions through the bot and things like that. So that's the difference. But the information is readily available on the internet, like most information is. But if you're struggling, I would say find your coach or somebody, or find a program to get in, because you want to bypass a lot of you want to skip the line. I call it skipping the line. When you enroll in someone's course, you kind of skip the line and you get to ask questions. So, ton of information out there on how to start a podcast. It would behoove you, if you are a entrepreneur, to get one started, because it's a great marketing platform and it opens a lot of doors and you really become your own media company. If you're thinking about starting a podcast, listen, I have a program that is launching next month for women. It's called Podchix University. That's Podchix University. The program is launching next month. It's going to walk you through the steps. You can ask me questions because I'll be there live just like I am right now. Go to Podchix, that's Podchix, chixuniversity.com. Check it out over there. All right, so listen, I'm going to go to my last song for the day, and then I'm going to close it out, and then I'm going to come back and give you a word of inspiration for the day, so stay tuned.
Time goes by and I wonder, are you and me still the same? You still love the game, I know I don't. It keeps just rolling now and under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. So I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Made a promise to myself and I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free, set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is no me and you. Set your mind free. Made a promise to myself, this time I'll keep it. When there's a will, yeah, there's a way. With every time and every tear, I know I will make it. I'm gonna see a brighter day. A brighter day, a brighter day. Time goes by and yet I wonder, why do we put each other through hell? Why can't we just get over ourselves? I know I should. You can't just spell it out and under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. Yeah, so I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Yeah, made a promise to myself and I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free, set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is no me and you. Set your mind free. Oh,
Welcome back. One of my favorite songs. I love that song. Y'all can't see me when I be over here dancing, but I be dancing. Like one day, let me just say this real quick. So one day, the computer got stuck, and so I couldn't put my banner up while the music played, so I just had to sit here. So people just had to watch me like move my head, because I didn't get up and dance or anything. I could have, but I didn't. I didn't want to scare nobody off. Anyway, so all I got for today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration for today, and here it goes. If you feel like there's something out there that you're supposed to be doing, if you have a passion for it, then stop wishing and just do it. Let me say that again. If you feel like there's something out there that you're supposed to be doing, if you have a passion for it, then stop wishing and just do it. Wanda Sykes said that, and she was absolutely right. You know, for a second there, I was kind of like, I wasn't sure about some things. And I told you every morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's called a morning meetup, but I call it a morning mastermind, because that's exactly what it is. It's about 500 people there. And people get to ask their questions and get answers from professionals who have and experts who are doing some amazing things in all kinds of industries. When I tell you all kinds, you got the stock industry, you got Airbnb, you got the tour industry, you got the trucking industry, you got the podcasting industry. They're killing it. They're crushing it. So you got amazing people that you can ask questions to. And so every now and again, you know, I answer some questions for some folks, because I know a little something about a little something. But anyway, I was in there one day. And David Shans, who actually is the host of the morning meetup, he said, I'm a podcaster, right? He said, I'm a podcaster. And I thought to myself, so am I. But I never really say that. When people ask me what I do, I say, you know what? I have a media company. I have a media marketing agency. I help people. I'm a podcaster. And I had to embrace that. And when I embrace that, I get chills every time I think about it, because I didn't know who I was. I knew I was a business owner. Let me say that. But my passion is podcasting and entrepreneurship. And so I get a chance to talk all the time about the things that I want to do. So I'm doing the thing. I wasn't recognizing that I was doing the thing that I wanted to do. And I had to embrace that. Now that I've embraced it, now I'm expanding. Listen, LinkedIn denied me twice. And I was like, holy crap. And then I get an email yesterday. I'm approved. I was like, holy crap. And so, you know, it just, when things start to happen, you know that you're on the right path, but you got to first do it. If it's something that you're passionate about, you got to do it. Go ahead and start doing it. Even if it's imperfect, just do it. There's a young lady in our mastermind group. She has a whole brand called Do It Ugly. That's her whole brand. And that brand was born out of the mastermind that we do on every morning. She has a whole brand called Just Do It Ugly. She has a podcast called The Ugly Truth. She has a line of t-shirts called Do It Ugly. I think she's working on a book called Do It. Listen, she has a whole brand that was born out of that mastermind. And she realized, now here what she's realized, is not easy. Entrepreneurship is not easy. And so if you need to start your thing on the side, it's a side hustle or a hobby, start it on the side. But you just got to do it. Like, you can't sit back and keep wishing and keep wanting if it's something you're passionate about. Is it easy? Probably not. But I do it anyway, and so should you. That's all I got for you today. You could be anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 51 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you to life for that. Listen, to support this show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com. To listen to past episodes, you can also go to goodmorninggwinnett.com. Like the show, share the show with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to it on, I don't even know, can you subscribe on LinkedIn? But follow me on LinkedIn, follow me on Twitter, follow at GM Gwinnett. Follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. You can also follow the Noise Media website on Good Morning Gwinnett. On Instagram as well. And if you listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes, give it 5 stars, subscribe to the show, like, comment, and share. I appreciate you and love you to life for that. The more people that see the show, the better off the show gets, and the more exposure the show gets, and the more people know about what I do here in Gwinnett County, and also on the rest of my podcasts. So I will be relaunching all of those podcasts and launching new podcasts. So be sure to check us out on those days. I haven't said days yet, but I can tell you that the first Popcorn and Politics podcast goes live October the 2nd, 11 a.m. So I got to figure out how we can stream both of those. But I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out in a minute. Be sure to stay safe out there, guys. Remember, coronavirus is still out there. So protect yourself, protect your family, protect your friends, and protect your community. I can't tell you what to do. All I can do is say protect yourself. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m., God willing. Keep the faith. Stay safe out there. Until next time, my good friends, make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now, and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.